In today's video, I'm going to show you a simple movement or an exercise that you can use to see how well you can move your hips, your pelvis and your lower back. But also, if you do this as an exercise and make it for sets and reps, you can actually then improve how your hips, your pelvis and your lower back work. So really, it's a win-win. Hi, I'm Craig from Elevate Chiropractic, and I've been helping people get over their back pain but also prevent their back pain for the last 13 years. And this exercise or this movement I'm going to show you today is really a follow-on from my previous video on the hip hinge. And there's a concept called grooving the pattern. Now when we're learning a new move like the hip hinge, if you haven't done it before, we want to groove the pattern, meaning that we want it to become a normal movement for us. And that's where we need to practice actually doing it, and eventually it'll just become a normal movement and you have now grooved that pattern, and that pattern is a comfortable one for you. And that's really what we're going to do when we look at this exercise. So in order to this exercise, I'm going to call it the duck under, because we want to duck under something in order to get to the other side. If you can think of a better name, comment down below, because I love to call it something a little bit better than the duck under. But anyway, so ideally when we do this, we're going to stand with a bar next to us. Having a physical bar there is always preferable, just because if there is a bar there, we need to do it properly, otherwise we're going to hit our head on it. That just means you're going to be better with your technique. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to use an imaginary bar, just because I don't have a physical bar with me in the practice here. Okay, so in order to do it, we're going to stand with that bar next to us. The lower the bar, the more we have to crouch down, which you'll see in a second, the harder it is. Okay, so we're going to stand there. We're going to go from this side to the other side. We're going to place our foot under. Okay, when we do this, we're going to transfer the weight onto our pelvis. All my weight's on this leg, and very important that we keep this knee above the foot. We don't want our knee to go forward. We want the knee to stay above the foot, so all of our weight into our pelvis. And this is part of that hip hinge movement, which I talked about in the previous video. From here, we're going to again hinge forward. We're going to transfer our weight to the other side, going to come back up, and now we're on the other side of the bar. So again, we're going to reach under, shift our weight backwards, our knee stays above our foot, we're going to hinge forward, we're going to come to the other side, come back up, stand back up again. Okay, so that's really the key to this exercise. It's that shifting the weight from one leg to the other, making sure our weight goes backwards, not forward, so our knee needs to stay above our foot. And if you're just learning this from the start, I'll just do it a few times just to see how it works. But to turn it into an exercise, I'd say maybe do 5 to 10 of those, and you can do say 2 or 3 sets of that. And that's really going to make you work hard. At the end of that, you'll feel your hips and your pelvis and your quads working hard just because of the type of exercise that it is. But it really is a fantastic movement skill to practice. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It'll give you something to practice and to work on and see how well you can move your hips, your pelvis and your lower back. If you haven't already seen the video on the hip hinge, I'd suggest you scroll back and go and watch it, because it'll clarify a lot of the things I've talked about in this video. But also it's just such an important movement that we should be able to do, we should practice. So go back and watch that, and hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. But until next time, take care. I'll see you soon.